There's something curious about the moment when someone realizes they've always had the power, even when they didn't yet know how to access it. Like a light that's always been connected, just waiting for the right switch to be flipped. And some people wonder, how do you flip that switch? Well, one might begin simply by pretending they already have. Because when someone pretends they're confident, do you notice? They often start to act that way. And when someone acts that way, it's amazing how often the world reflects it back. You see, some people believe that confidence is a trait. But the truly powerful realize it's a decision. And once you decide to be powerful, your unconscious mind starts to filter reality differently. You begin to notice opportunities that were invisible before, like a radio, finally tuning to the right frequency. And in that frequency is clarity. Isn't it true? The meaning you assign to anything becomes your truth. A challenge is no longer an obstacle. It's the gym where resilience is trained. A rejection isn't failure, it's redirection towards something more aligned with who you're already becoming. And you are becoming something, because when a person chooses to take their power back, they remember that no one can give you your worth. Because no one can take it away. Your worth was never negotiable. It was simply waiting to be claimed. And maybe that's what we're doing now. Now, have you ever noticed how, when you fully own a decision, like stepping forward, breathing deeper, standing taller, your whole reality shifts, because behaviour follows belief, and belief is a choice you reinforce with repetition. Just imagine a woman who used to doubt herself, who once feared failure, feared judgment, but one day she noticed her reflection, and something in her eyes had changed, a spark of fire, not because of what happened around her, but because of what she decided within her. She started saying, I am in control, I set the rules, I write the story. And as she said it, her voice gained resonance. Because the words you say become the reality you live. Say it often enough, and your nervous system accepts it as truth. So perhaps that is where real change begins. Not with effort, but with identity. Not with trying, with choosing to be. When you choose to be someone who sets boundaries with grace, communicates with presence, leads with love, but never apologizes for strength, then suddenly every pattern in your past becomes a foundation for your future. Even mistakes begin to look like messengers. What if every past mistake was simply feedback from the future? A future version of you whispering, yes, this is the way, keep going. Because people don't respond to reality. They respond to the frame that you placed around it. You are the framer. You're the artist. You decide the tone, the meaning, the metaphor. When you see life as a dance, not a test, your energy changes. You smile more. You stop apologizing for taking up space, and you start embodying your presence as a gift. Now perhaps you've noticed that every empowered individual has something in common. They reflect, they set goals, they speak with intention. They learn, they grow, they fail, yes, but they fail forward. Like a seed cracking open before it sprouts. That's not death, that's transformation. Because the strongest frame always wins. And the frame that says, I'm resilient, I'm magnetic, I'm always evolving, is the frame that reshapes the world. And you might wonder, how do I install this operating system unconsciously? Well, it starts by acting as if it's already installed. Just like when you install a new app, you don't need to understand every line of code. You just tap the icon and begin. So tap the part of your mind that remembers. You are enough. You're powerful. You're not waiting, you're creating. And when challenges arise, you remember. Pain is a teacher, emotion is a compass, curiosity is the key. Some people resist emotions. You process them, because you understand Suppressing the storm only builds pressure, but dancing in the rain builds freedom. So when your body feels tense, you breathe, you shift your physiology, because you remember state controls perception, and your perception writes your story. So imagine now, what happens when you install all these beliefs? That you are magnetic, that people mirror your energy, the momentum beats perfection, the presence matters more than possessions, that happiness is a choice, that obsession creates mastery. And as those truths begin to settle in deeper and deeper still, you begin to realize it all just feels better.